Hello, my name's Tim, and I have Parkinson's disease. Now, it's been probably about 4 months since my last video where I was talking about my journey with Parkinson's disease. First, I want to say I'm not a doctor, I'm just somebody with Parkinson's, and I just want to share my journey with everybody. In my last video, I was talking about something called Crexont. Crexont. It was a new medication for Parkinson's that I guess it does help a lot of people with when they're off a lot, off and on issues. Now, I've had some off and on issues for some time now, and I've been trying to get more on. And when I say on, that means my medication's working. And when I'm off, it's not working, and it's not a good place to be when it's off. This video is going to be in two parts. What this is going to be about, well, this first part is going to be, I guess you can say, an unpackaging of a new product. I think it was October, this was approved for use in the United States. And I got approval finally to give it a try. And I just got it in the mail. So I'm going to show you all the piece parts for this thing. I haven't tried it yet. That'll be part two after I try it, and hopefully I'll be telling you that it works just fine. So anyway, what this is it's called a Vyalev. It's a infusion pump that the patient can take care of themselves. And I'm going to show you all the piece parts that comes with this. And I have yet to get training and go to the doctor and get it set up and get it going. And so right now I'm just going to show you the piece parts. But the main thing, I guess, that comes with this Vyalev product is this right here. This is the pump. This will pump the infusion pump that will give me my medication 24 hours a day. There was a product sometime ago, the Duopo, I can't remember what it's called, but it was good for 16 hours, but it surgically had to be put into your body. You go through the stomach and into the small intestines. This, you just use a cannula. You just stick it on your skin subcutaneously. It infuses the medication into your body 24 hours a day. All sleeping, fine, go to sleep and wear this. And you always have the medication flowing. Well, while I have this, maybe I'll talk a little bit about this very important piece, which is the pump. And if you look at the front, I can't see. Anyway, these little arrows up and down, this is where the menu would come up, and you can select on the menu by going up and down and selecting. It'll come up here, to select what you want to select, what you want to do. If you want to give yourself an extra little boost, up here, this button, you push that. So I'm getting so much medication over time, every hour, like so many milliliters, not very much, but it's continuous. And if I feel like I need a little boost, I hit that button up there and it just gives me a little boost. Now, this will be controlled by the doctor, in a sense, programmed, I guess you could say. So I can't give myself boost, boost, boost. You can't do that. So it'll be a lockout period. It'll be set up for maybe 3 hours. While we're talking about the pump, in the back, you'll see where the batteries go. And they will send you two batteries with a charger. So when you get the batteries, you can always have one charging and one in there going. So when this one gets low, you need to replace it. The other one's already charged. Swap them out. So 24 hours a day, you always have a good battery going. So that's where the battery goes. And by the way, they give you two of these. They're lithium-ion batteries. So you always keep those charged. And if we look inside the pump, there's a little latch here. You can open it up. Now, it will be locked. It won't let you open it when it's all going until you do certain things on the menu. But when we open it up, you can see it holds a syringe. So this pump will, up here, you can't see it, but there's like a a piston or something. I don't know what it is, but it's like a piston that pushes down on the syringe. So you get syringes. You get syringes. I might as well show the syringes. Here's the syringes. Each one of those should last for 24 hours of medication. So, and it's, for me, it's 10 milliliters. I put in 10 milliliters of medication into the syringe. So the syringe goes in here. Now, if you look down at the bottom here, down here, there's an opening. So from the syringe, it's going to go to, there's tubing that will go to your body. Now, the tubing goes to a cannula, it attaches to your belly, and then you get your medication 24 hours a day. So first, here's this, but now from here, the syringe, you got to fill the syringe first with your medication. And in my case, it'd be 10 cc's or 10 milliliters of medication. So you have to first get a syringe. You get one of these syringes, and you get your vial of medication, and you got to put the medication into the syringe. So the vial of medication's about what I need is like 10 milliliters, but you need an adapter to get it from the vial medication into the syringe. And so this comes with that. You can see you attach the syringe. It shows you how to do all this stuff. And then you fill up the syringe from the medication. You take the medication away. So now we don't need this anymore. That adapter helped us to get the medication that was in the vial into the syringe. So you throw this away properly, however that needs to be thrown away. And now we have this syringe that has our medication in it. So here we go ahead and put the syringe into the pump, and we saw where that went. So that goes in right here. And you can see where you slide it in. If it doesn't go in properly, then this, whatever this, I call it a piston, this thing that pushes the syringe where the medication can go into your body, if it won't go in, then maybe there's air in there. So it shows you how to get it fixed, get all the air out or whatever you need to do so it will go in properly. Once it goes in there, you close this and you look down here. That's where you attach your tubing. The tubing will go to your body. So let's talk about the next piece. That would be coming out of the syringe. You have this equipment, and I don't know if you can see it. Oh, it's actually upside down. But there's like tubing, and in my case, there's different lengths. For me, it's 60 centimeters long. Down here, there's like a 6 millimeter needle, little thing that pokes into your skin, so it could be subcutaneously infused, the medication. So that's 60 centimeters. And on the top, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little red button in there. So once you put the tubing on, you have to prime the tubing. Make sure there's no bubbles or anything in there. So you start putting the medication in. You have one end of this on a clean paper towel. You got to have a lot of paper towels with this. And then you prime it until you see like a drip come off at the end. You got to make sure there's none there before you attach it to the cannula. So there's the little red button. You just push the button, and then down here that attaches to your stomach. So you're going to have that piece for the stomach. You got the tubing you put for the little cannula from there to the syringe. I can't think of these terms. I'm not a medical person. Okay, this video is getting just a little bit too long, so let me just finish up. Pretty much showed you most of the parts where the patient has to put it together for themselves. Every day they got to every day, 24 hours a day, you got a syringe. That only lasts 24 hours. And if there's any issues like where it's attached to your belly, if you see like some blood or you have some kind of any accident, don't try to readjust it or anything. You got to put everything new on it. So let me just end it by stating, oh, here we go. You do also get a nice carrying case. So the pump could be in the carrying case, and then on with the carrying case, you can put it through your belt, horizontal, vertical. I guess you can read the menu right there, what's going on. So I'm going to end it with a picture showing all these piece parts. I'm not going to show where it would go on me because I have a little something extra. I have an ileostomy. So already my belly's kind of half full of something else going on. So let me just show you a picture that I stole from the product's brochure. Okay, hopefully you can see my cursor. If you look at this guy's belly button, you see my cursor, hopefully. So let's first go to, well, the pump. That's one end of it. So here's the pump. It's pumping the medication. And the medication, of course, is in a syringe. So we put the medication in the syringe. When everything's just right, we put the syringe inside the pump. And then and you can also see a carrying case. And this guy, he's got a belt. He's got it horizontally mounted on his belt. And coming out of the pump, down here, you can see the infusion tubing. In my case, it's like 60 centimeters long. And then through the tubing, of course, you prime it and get it all ready. You finally get to the cannula, which is attached to your belly. And then medication will be infused. It could be 24 hours a day if you wish. Well, I hope that wasn't too long. Part two is going to be probably still in about a month because this is end of July and my doctor's on vacation and the trainer from the company, AbbVie, is on vacation, summertime. So probably by the end of August, hopefully I will have been to the doctor, had the training, been to the doctor, and have had it going for a couple of weeks anyway, and hopefully it's going to work. Thank you very much. Bye.